it's like, even with the word civil, you know what I mean? They use that word play to push other agendas by using that term civil. And when you hear civil, you automatically identify it as blacks. You know what I'm saying? And then it pushes and it brings the other community out there and they take over the term civil, as with back in the days, I spoke with y'all about it. Like when Martin Luther King come out with "I Have a Dream" speech, I never heard anything about me. It was always based off of black and white. I didn't know about and back in the days, the LGBTQ community was not being mentioned. They didn't have a representation, but yet there were people that was within the camp that actually were gay, right?
Right.
And Daily Walker's correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Adam Clayton Powell was the person that put pressure on King because he was out there doing his thing, being a rock star, and he was gonna call him out on him and telling him, hey, if you don't do this, if you do this, I have a dream speech. I'm gonna tell everybody you cheat on your wife and you're gay. And King was like, oh no, I can't have none of that.
Hold up a second. So I'm very much aware of Dr. King's exploits, extramarital exploits. I've heard that before. But did you just say that also too there was some homosexual things? Is that what you're saying?
No, the guy was just gonna claim that he was gay.
Oh, okay, I got you. I just want to make sure.
King had to. What's the guy? What's the guy name again? Z. What's his name? That was part of King's team.
Bayard Rustin.
Yeah, which there's a Netflix thing on him right now. Netflix movie played by Coleman Domingo.
And what's the name again? Say it again.
Coleman.
Bayard Weston. Right. So he was the gay dude in the camp, and King was like, "Hey man, I got a dream, and I gotta do what I gotta do. Man. I need you to go over here and do the Montgomery boycott." And he regulated the Montgomery boycott while King was doing his speech and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But King, Weston's boot thing. You know what I'm saying? The man was like, "Yo, man, what about us? You know what I'm saying? Like we need to get equal rights too and stuff like that." You know what I'm saying? He went back to King. King was like, "Oh man, like I've still got things to do, man. Like, yo, let me just put you somewhere else and go to the poor people campaign." You know what I'm saying? This is true. So like,
I mean,
during that time, I'm still trying to figure out like what happened. Like, so when King got killed, Jesse was the next leader.
King didn't rock with the gay thing, man. None of those cats did. Like,
right, but they were in the mix, right?
You talking about gay folks were in the mix of
the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like
the Harlem Renaissance was filled with like gay characters. Like there have been gay characters in history. Probably I would say within the past like 400 years, you have homosexuality like peppered amongst society in America because you had buck breaking, right? And you had Europeans that were infusing homosexuality into indigenous people by way of force, right? So you're gonna have gender confusion when you have men and women getting raped on a regular, right? So like the homosexuality is nothing new. The movement to make a sexual act the equivalent to a race of people is within the past like 75 years, and that started with the civil rights movement, right?
That's
because at the end of the day,
cut me off.
Oh shit, go ahead.
But continue.
You were about to besmirch Jesse Jackson again, man. That's the direction that you were going in.
I'm not going to besmirch Jesse Jackson.
Okay,
I'm just saying that Jesse was the next guy, and shout out to Z for Jesse Capper. He keep up a lot, but my thing is that when he was going for president, he was pushing the Rainbow Coalition, where they were having blacks and gays and lesbians in the Democratic Party. Was he not?
No.
So wait, are you saying that
that's not what happens? Z?
No.
Wait, hold on. I got a question. So are you saying that the Rainbow
Google that
Coalition,
different rainbow, bro?
Yeah,
Google that. Tell me.
Bro, we've done this.
You didn't Google it. You Googled it and you saw it. You know I was right. So
Jesse Jackson's Rainbow Push Coalition. The rainbow was a metaphor for a bunch of different colors coming together. It's like the Poor People's Campaign. It had nothing to do with homosexuality. Gay people hijacked the rainbow a good 20 years after Jesse Jackson came out with his Rainbow Push Coalition, bro.
Was the Rainbow Push Coalition for having gays and lesbians in the Democratic Party?
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
Find that in their
yes,
bylaws.
It was.
So wait,
you saw this shit, nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
I have not. We've talked about this, and you have never been able to tell me that, bro.
Let me find this shit while you talk. Go ahead, Z. What you saying, D?
No, so I just want to make sure that I'm clear. You're saying that the Rainbow Coalition, the use of the rainbow is there was some type of hidden agenda behind it, or perhaps not hidden.
It wasn't hidden. It was open.
Outright representation for gay folks.
It was open to, like, you know what I'm saying, to give people the opportunity to be in the Democratic Party. That's what it was.
I always thought the Rainbow Coalition was, to serve as a representation for all poor people. That's what I thought. But
no, it's not. No, it's not. Kelly Walker, tell me, find it and tell me and correct me.
You're spreading misinformation, bro.
I'm not. I am not. I remember watching the TV when I heard it, bro.
Can we get the Rainbow Coalition bylaws? Because I think that's important.
Find something.
Yeah. Can you looking it up right now?
I'm looking it up right now.
We'll have to come back to that.
You why I cut you off? You always do this to Jesse.
I got nothing against Jesse. What are you talking about? I have nothing against Jesse.
Jesse is a black pastor out of the Southern Baptist tradition, bro. He's not if he was that, he's not the person to use to bring gay people to the Democratic Party. A black pastor is not the person to bring a bunch of white gay people to the Democratic Party, bro. Harvey Milk or some shit like that would be the person to use, bro. Not Jesse Jackson.
Who's Harvey Milk? Come on with real people, man. I'm coming with real people.
Are you serious?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You think it was the mayor of San Francisco, man? He's a gay icon, bro.
How you know this shit? But you don't know this shit about the Rainbow Coalition and shit. All right, hold up, man. I'm sick of this shit, man.
Bro, if you don't know who Harvey Milk is, bro, don't be throwing Jesse under the gay bus, bro.
I'm not throwing him under the gay bus. I'm just saying I was trying to say something and you just went and chopped my head off about things that happen. We're talking, my main focus is about the term civil and what civil represents and how everybody needs to be treated as civil. So it opened up a gate on a dynamic of civil.
So you're saying that. So you're saying that
when people took the term civil, you know what I'm saying, and used it as an agenda, you know what I mean, and pushed it, just like Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? It was pushed on a slaying of black men, and then it pushed it, and where it wasn't even nothing about the black men, and it was about women and transgender having a right to have a right of power, which is okay. Rights. You know what I'm saying? Which is okay, but it was based off of us, just like the civil rights was based off of us, and it got switched up to that. So when I'm looking at the dynamic of the Rainbow Coalition and what it represents now, rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I was saying, bro. I'm not shitting on Jesse Jackson. He did the best job he could best do. But I know one thing he did do was, like, when Barack got in office and stuff like that, he said, "I hope this nigga get his nuts get caught up in the grinder." Did he not say that shit? Okay, so when he said that, I'm like, damn, why would Jesse say something horrible like that when we finally got a black president? You know what I'm saying?
Why? You know why?
Can I finish? And then you could, because you know how you do, right? So why you do that? And then when Time Life magazine had Barack on Newsweek or Time Life magazine had Barack on the cover, he was considered the first gay president.
What? Wait, hold on a second. Who was considered the first gay president?
Barack Obama.
I'm gonna let y'all finish the conversation. That's crazy. I don't remember that.
The reason why, you can find that, you can pull that up, but you
damn sure you know I can pull that up. Okay, yeah, you know,
Rainbow Push and homosexuality up. That's what you can't pull up. But listen. So am I right for your understanding of Rainbow is gay, and
no,
Push
I never call Rainbow gay at all.
Push is pushing the.
Oh, pause,
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out.
Be respectable. Shit.
I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this. The reason why Jesse felt a way about Barack and his meteoric rise was because Jesse was the first Barack. An organizer from the southeast side of Chicago that ran for president and actually for a hot second had a chance at actually becoming the nominee.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he had harsh words for Barack, because you got to think Jesse Jackson ran on a platform of reparations in '88 at the height of the crack epidemic and actually won a state. That was unheard of for a black man, right? You only have a handful of people. Jesse Jackson, Shirley Chisholm, you only have a handful of people that ran for president that were black and actually made it. Barack and Jesse are from Chicago. They came up organizing in Chicago, right? So he felt a way. It's almost like black people talking about like Mayweather or whatever. It's like, this is our guy right here. So we say harsh shit. Black people from Grand Rapids or whatever say harsh shit because that's our guy. You know what I mean? But that's why, I mean, would I have used the nuts analogy? No, I'm not about to say I want another man. I'm not about to say anything about another man's nuts, period. But
he said it.
Unless it's to say that I'm not about to say something about another man's nuts.
He said it, and they recorded him saying it. Then they posted on CNN. Right? In November 1983,
I recall that. I definitely recall that. Yeah.
In November 1983,
I was surprised that Jesse had that position. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In November 1983, Reverend Jesse Jasper announced his candidacy for the Democratic presidential nomination, becoming only the second black presidential candidate since Shirley Chisholm in 1972 to compete at a national level. In doing so, he claimed to be fighting for the rights of the Rainbow Coalition of diverse Americans, including blacks, whites, Latino, Native Americans, Asian Americans, men, women, straight, and the LGBTQ.
That's interesting. Where'd you get that from? What's the source?
The history on site. So, like, I'm not lying. So it's like, you know,
they say that again.
I'm not lying. I'm saying, like, he was pushing that, and there's nothing wrong with pushing that. It needed to get pushed. I was just wondering back in the days when I Had a Dream speech was hit that this wasn't pushed then. You know what I'm saying?
Do you see how far
are there agendas? I don't know.
That was the last thing that was said. And I would almost guarantee you in 95,
I'm sorry, man.
I would almost guarantee you if you read their mission statement in 95, it would have not said that. Organizations that are nonprofits that are working around diversity are forced to say that now. It's a part of the package. BIPOC, LGBTQ. It's like a part of the package. When you're looking for grants around diversity and civil rights, like, it's very hard to just say I'm servicing black organizations and brown organizations, but I'm not servicing LGBTQ. Like,
right, that'd be horrible.
It's not, I mean, it's not that it's horrible. It's just a part of the diversity package. But it was not a focus of the Rainbow Push Coalition. Jesse Jackson wasn't showing up to the funerals of gay people that were being slain. He wasn't showing up to trans funerals. He was showing up to black people's funerals who were getting murdered by the police and these different things.
Right.
You ever heard Jesse Jackson? When has Jesse ever showed up to a gay event and done like he and Al Sharpton do? I've never seen it. So, like, I don't want, we put so much on black people, right? If fucking Biden doesn't get in office, black people let him down. Gay people go somewhere, black people, like, I don't like blaming black people for every fucking thing.
Not everything.
You know what I'm saying? Especially shit that we don't have anything to do with, man. So I like, Jesse Jackson has faults, but
everybody got faults. That's not the point, bro. I'm just saying that there's a heavy level of fear that's being pushed for blacks to make a decision. Like, do you want ham sandwich or you want peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Make a fucking choice. Because if you don't eat this shit, you're gonna be fucking up and missing out on this shit. And if you don't eat this shit, you're gonna be fucking up and missing out on that shit. That's that game theory that they put on black people for so many years and stuff. And then people capitalize on that shit for centuries. They use these certain words and they flip the words and they bounce the words and they make it for their benefit. And we still know the benefit. When it comes to like equality or diversity inclusion or things like that, other coaches get that shit and then they reword ourselves. We call we're people of color. We're POC now. And it's like, you know, like they've been flipping around stuff like that to really keep on doing the Agent Smith dynamic, whereas we're still at the totem pole because we're still not on code. And they know that they're not on code, and we're gonna keep on putting fear in them so they can't be on code. So this right now is a huge decision as to what we're making and stuff like that. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna vote for Trump? We're gonna vote for Kennedy, or we're gonna vote for Biden? Right now, Biden looks real fucked up. Who's gonna take over in that situation? Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna be a black woman. You know what I mean? Because that's how they get us to like really jump on it. Yeah. That's where all the women's gonna go. So they're gonna jump on that situation. They're gonna make it like happen like that. So it's like I'm only connecting the rainbow situation because I've noticed a pattern when it comes to wordplay and becomes nonprofits and becomes the things that are trying to help black people. Everybody makes money except us. You know? So that's all I'm saying on that aspect. I'm not really trying to shame Jesse Jasper because I know his intentions was natural, his intentions was real, but people took that shit and ran with it.